Hey there, everybody. This is Tim Schrock from Design Build Solutions, bringing you today's Tech Tip Tuesday in Chief Architect Premiere. I'm using Premiere version X9 on my Mac. Today is, I believe, I'm actually wrapping up the series on templates, and I've got it all set up. In the past couple of videos, I've done my text styles. I started off with layers, text styles, um, layer sets, annotation sets. That alone is a lot, but then I've also gone through all of my materials defaults, my floor defaults. Quickly, I want to show you a default that I really like doing here, particularly for my section views. When I go into my default settings, which you can find I don't remember the menu view version, but I'm going into this toolbar here that looks like the wrench. Default settings is what you're looking for. Floors and rooms, floor ceiling platform. This sets your default for your platforms, your first floor, your second floor, whatever you're adding, right? In my ceiling structures, I like to use 2x8s. Chief Architect puts it as 2x6s, and we can change this. That's fine, right? A couple of tips. In the East Coast, they use strapping. So if we've got, whoops, I don't need. If we've got the ceiling joist, they put 1x3 strapping perpendicular to the joists, and then 1/2-inch blue board and plaster. So on my ceiling layers, I've created a layer called insulation air gap. That's the material. So it's really not any material. 3/4 of an inch thick for my 1x, and then my 1/2-inch drywall. And the final layer is 0 thickness. That's just the paint, which is color white. Okay, so that's one little tip there. I put that in, and then all I have to do is draw the, in section views, I have to draw the 1x3 strapping in there. Then, let's see. In my floor structure, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as 11 7/8 inch I-joists for now. That will change with each project as I go along. But I like to put some angle hatching at 3/4 inch spacing for my subfloor, and that just kind of gives an idea. All those lines there, when we've got sections, we've got the floor joist, we've got the subfloor, we've got underlayment, and then it's just a lot of lines. So I hatch the OSB subfloor that's 3/4 of an inch thick, and it just shows up a little cleaner in my sections. So that's a couple things in the defaults. I went ahead and added some room types, which X9 it's new in X9. I added the room types called shower. I wish I could actually change the. Oh look, no, I can't. I wish I could change more of the attributes of these rooms than just ceiling structure, the name, whether it's included or not, and deck information. Because like in a shower, I don't want any moldings, base molding or crown molding. I wish I could delete that out of the system. I added walk-in closet, I added pantry. So, shower, I'm just going to have to name it a shower and delete the moldings for now. But that's okay. This is where I'm going to give you the option. I'm going to give two options here when I'm selling this template. I'm going to give the option to have this set up, and it will have all, the last thing I have to do is just the wall types. When I double click on my wall types, my wall tool, and go into wall types, I could do the same thing by, I think, yes, going in here. Exterior walls. Do I want all these wall types? And that's fine. Or I've got a lot of wall types that I've used in the past. I'm going to switch to my old template here. You see I've got a lot more types here. I've got interior 2, like if I turn 2x4s on the flat, so that's a 2-inch, 1.5-inch nominal thick wall. My interior 4 exist because, again, I do a lot in the remodeling world, so I want to define what's existing walls and what's new walls. I use the existing walls are no color in the studs. New walls, 2x4 walls are blue color in the studs. Half-height walls are green in the studs. And 6-inch new walls are yellow. I do that all throughout. So brick, interior, siding, etc., etc., etc. There's a couple ways I could do this, and the real easy way is to file, export wall definitions. Export wall definitions. I'm going to do that real quick, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to call this DBS wall X9. That exported all of them. Now I'm going to go into my new template here. I'm going to save this file, and then I'm going to save as X9 with walls. Now I'm going to file, import wall definitions. Import wall definitions right here. Now when I scroll and I find this file, DBS wall X9, do I want to replace walls with the same name? Yes, actually, I don't want the default walls that have the same name that came in from Chief. Now I'm going to double click on my wall tool and go to wall types. Now you'll notice some of these, Chief calls it brick 4. I want to see the difference between brick 4 existing and brick 4 new. So I really don't need this wall type. I'm going to go ahead and click into define, and I'm going to bring up the wall type definitions dialog box where we can set all the definitions. We can also create new wall types, copy wall types, rename the wall types, and delete them. And that's the key right there. I want to delete brick 4. So I've got 10-inch CMU existing and new. I've got 10-inch CMU new with a new internal flat wall, stud wall. 10-inch concrete existing and new. 12-inch CMU existing and new, also with a flat wall. 12-inch concrete existing and new. 16-inch concrete stem wall I can delete because I cannot delete it right now because it's being used by one or more walls in my plan. What that means is, and that's okay, let's click OK. What that means is, let's switch my exterior wall types. Exterior wall, one of my default walls is set at 16-inch concrete stem wall, and I'm guessing it's my foundation. So let's change this to because this is my template, and generally I'm going to be drawing my existing field conditions first. In most of my plans, I'm going to select siding for existing type wall. Because generally what I'm drawing is a sided house. Most often it's already 2x4 studs on the exterior, and so that's what I'm going to use as my exterior wall default. I'm going to double click on my foundation wall tool and go to wall types. Interestingly, it's on 8-inch concrete stem wall, so I'm not sure why that 16-inch wasn't working. Foundation wall types, I'm going to change to concrete stem wall, 8-inch concrete stem wall, existing. It might be my, let's see, it might be my terrain, where is that? It might be my terrain wall, retaining wall. Straight retaining wall, there we go. Let's double click on this. That's also an 8-inch existing. Whoops. Don't need that. Let's double click on the curved. 8-inch, okay. Foundation wall defaults, 8-inch. That's what we wanted. I'm not sure why. Let's go into define here. I'm not sure why I couldn't delete the 16-inch one. Let's see if we can find that. Huh. We'll find it somewhere. All right, I'm going to move on here. I don't need this wall, that's not mine. So I'm going to delete that one. 8-inch block stem wall, delete that one. Existing versus new, that's what I want. 8-inch concrete stem wall, I'm going to delete that. I want to see the concrete existing versus new. Brick 4, existing, that's good. Brick 4 new, that's great. Brick 6, I don't need that one. I want to delete that one. But that does not work. Also, deck railing fence, that's fine. CBS, we'll hang on to that for now. Demo 4. Now see how you do it differently. Chief creates this demolition wall 6 and demolition wall 4. I do it differently. What I end up doing is I use wall hatching to show the areas that need demoed. So I'm going to delete demo 4 and demolition 6. I already have fire 4 new, so I'm going to delete fire 4. I've already got fire 6 new, so I'm going to delete fire 6. Frame 3.5, just my frame 5.5, that's fine. I've got my glass block and glass shower walls, ICF foundations, ICF with siding, ICF with a stone front. Those are great. Interior railing 2. That looks like the exact same thing, so I'm going to remove interior railing 2. And once again, I cannot delete that one. Interior 2 new is my turned on the flat. Interior 4, I'm going to delete. That's a standard chief. Well, why not? Interior 6, probably can't delete that one. Yeah, I can. Room divider, siding 6 I'm going to remove. Siding 6 continuous insulation. There we go. Siding 4 new with continuous insulation. Siding 6 I'll remove. Of course not. Setting 6, continuous installation. Delete that one. SIP wall types, stucco 4 I can remove, stucco 6, and there we go. Now that you've got your wall types from your plans, you can do the same thing. Export, file, export, export wall types, wall definitions, then go into the template and import. Now I'll give you both files, one with my wall types and my wall type definition block. I'll share that as well. Another option you have to do is draw the actual wall types that you want. I'm just going to draw a bunch of walls here and change them into different wall types. So they're citing 4 existing. Let's do glass shower. Let's change this one to Fire 4 new. Let's change this one to Brick 6 new. I'm just doing samples of what I could do. Stucco 6 new. Do Soundberry, that's interesting. Stucco 6 new. Now, any one of these you could actually take, and I'm going to select the glass one just for this example, and I'm going to choose this Add to Library object here. So when you click on that child tool, after you've selected it, click on Add to Library, it's going to pop up in here as Wall Glass Shower. Wall Glass Shower, I'm going to Control X or Command X on my Mac keyboard. You'd Control X if you're on a PC. And I'm going to, I actually removed the wall itself. So I'm going to click on Wall Glass Shower here and Command X. And scroll up to my folder called Wall Types and Command V. And there it is. Now that it's in my library, I can come over here and click on this wall type and start dragging. I can be in any mode. I'm going to go into my arrow mode, click on the wall type, and just drag. And now I've got that wall type. Whether I had imported or not, I've got that wall type in my file that I can use again and again. So if you've got something, maybe a unique wall type that you don't use often, so you don't necessarily want to put it in your template, but you want it ready to go, create a wall types folder in your library and copy that over in there that way. All right, I do believe this wraps up finally our Chief Architect template tutorial here, these 3 weeks. I will have the text scale spreadsheet available as a link down below. I will also have information how to purchase this template. You can use either template you'd like. You'll get both for the same price. And that way you'll have all the layers set up, ready to go for the different types of plans. Maybe next week I'll go into how to use that and these different layer sets for the plans that I've got going. All right, Tim Schrock here from Design Build Solutions with today's Tech Tip Tuesday. Thanks for watching. If this has been interesting and helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so that you see these tips coming out every week. as well as leave a comment if you've got some information or a question about something that you're curious how I would do it. Let me know, and I will try to get that into a Tech Tip Tuesday upcoming. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.